Hi everyone, it's Jess, aka Colouring Bumblebee, and I'm back today with another video. Today I am sharing with you all of the autumnal themed pages and books that I could find in my collection. I think you need to be prepared for a long one. I've got myself a nice mug of biscuit flavoured tea here. We're ready for the video. Make sure to go grab yourself a snack or a drink, as I have a feeling this might be quite a long one, as I found a lot of books with autumn pages in them. I also want to start today's video by showing off this. Look how cute it is. My dad made me this with a 3D printer. It is made out of sort of a plasticky material, and it's going to be my new little channel mascot symbol thing that I will have in the corner of my videos, just peeking through there. So thanks to my dad. I know you're probably watching this. I absolutely love it. So let's start with the video. I have a few books which are all themed to autumn. The first one being Autumn Charm by Teresa Goodridge. She has a couple other autumn themed books, but I just have the one. I really want to finish this WIP this year. I've only actually coloured one page so far in this. Ignore the ugly WIP there. Kind of abandoned that page, half tempted to rip it out. I've only completed one page in here, but there are so many others that I'd love to colour. It's a perfect book for autumn. Yeah, she has another one that she released last year called Autumn Harvest. Been tempted to get that, but I can't justify it until I've coloured a few more pages in this one. So that's Autumn Charm by Teresa Goodridge. Then I have Matchstick Mouse, an autumn colouring book by Morgan O'Brien. And this is another book filled with adorable, cute autumn pages. And a lot of them have black sections in the background, which make them extra quick and easy to colour. This was one of my first colouring books, and I coloured in this before I started colouring with alcohol markers, so it's all pencil work in here. I would like to get back to this book. Be nice to see a comparison between some of my first colourings and latest ones. That's Matchstick Mouse Autumn. A new release, Annie Day, an Autumn Vibes colouring book by Morgan O'Brien. I love this book, and I really hope that he continues to release more Annie Day books. I'd love to see a spring and a summer one, and maybe even like a travelling one like we have the Matchstick Mouse. I have started a page in here that's a buddy colour. I think out of the two, this one is my favourite between the autumn and winter one. So many pages I love in this one. Can't wait to colour in it. There's Annie Day Autumn Vibes. Then I have 50 Autumn Miniatures by Camellia Angel Cover. This is one of her older books, but is new to me. I've only just got it this last month. The line work is a little bit thinner compared to some of her later books, but the style of drawing is still super cute and makes for some quick, easy colouring pages to complete. I would definitely like to get a handful coloured in this for the autumn season. I really want to colour this one with the cat and the umbrella. I have an idea for that. And it'd also go for Colouring by Mama's scavenger prompt of umbrella that I need to catch up with. So many pumpkins in this book. It's probably about as many pumpkins in this book as I've coloured so far. There's a lot in there. That's 50 Autumn Miniatures by Camellia Angel Cover. Then I have a Korean book. This is Cat's Autumn Picnic by Jeon Seon Jin. And this is one which has coloured images on the left, with the line work on the right for you to replicate it if you so choose to. This book is nice because it also has some transitional pages, so ones that work for sort of late summer going into autumn. I've already started a page there that I'm working on for August, no not August, September. That's Cat's Autumn Picnic. And the last autumn themed book I have is Colouring Heaven Presents Autumn. This has images by a variety of artists. We've got Colouring Book Cafe, I think some Shutterstock images, yeah, Gen Cats, these are really cute. More Colouring Book Cafe, I really like the scenes they create. Lenka Filanenka, love that squirrel. Oh, this is one of my favourite pages in the book. And some by Daria Kakasoy. These portraits at the front. So lots of options to colour autumn pages in Colouring Heaven Presents Autumn. So the next stack of books I have are ones which go through the seasons. First one I have is Boule de Pois, or otherwise known as Furballs, illustrated by Diane Dufour. And this one has different seasonal sections. This one starts off with autumn. So there are a lot of autumn pages to choose from. Like to finish that one this year. I really love her style of drawing foxes. I think they're so cute. Filled with little animals, with leaves and mushrooms and the like. And then we move on to the winter section. So that's Boule de Pois. We have Rita Berman, Mein Spaziergang durch die Jahreszeiten. I really struggle to say that word. I've tried pronouncing it, like watching Google Translate videos in the past, and it hasn't helped me. So I believe this page is actually from the summer book, but I coloured it with an autumn palette, so you could consider the autumn section starting here. And this contains a compilation of some of the favourite autumn illustrations from her autumn seasons book, because she's got a book that covers each of the seasons separately. The autumn one is called Mein Herbst Spaziergang. I really like those pumpkin ones. And then, yeah, moving on to winter ones. So those are all of the autumn ones in the Seasons book by Rita Berman. Then I have Die Welt unter der Lupe Zulander. This doesn't necessarily have specific season separation, but I think there is a clear distinction between spring, summer, autumn, winter pages. So we have autumn leaves. It's a cute hedgehog double page spread. I love this one. Love to get that done one day. I'm not sure I will get to it this year, but maybe next year. It's a double page spread. And then we move into the more wintry pages. There's not too many, but a few autumn pages in Die Welt unter der Lupe Zulander. And Year of Witches by Usiku. I think this one, yep, starts with the autumn pages at the start. Sneak peek of my buddy colour with Zoe this month. And each of these has a little name on the back, which is really sweet. And then moving into the winter section, so we've got a handful of pages that are specifically autumnal themed in Year of Witches. Cottage Friends, this is a cute and cosy colouring book by Jeanette Veronica. And this is actually divided into seasons as well. Oh, my bumblebee sign is getting in the way. Need to figure out a better position for it. So I went through and separated them out. There's 10 pages for each season. Autumn starts here with the tea and cakes. Definitely need to find a few prompts in here that go for Zoe and Dee's scavenger hunt prompts. That they have a Facebook group, if you didn't know, and they host a weekly scavenger hunt prompt in all of these cute and cozy books. I really want to colour this one. I love colouring pumpkins. And then this starts the winter section. So that's Cottage Friends, illustrated by Jeanette Veronica. Then I have the Korean Colouring Book for a Bright Day Together by Stella Park. And this has a specific autumn section, which starts here with this autumn wreath. And if you translate that, it says it's autumn. I believe we've got 10 images for each section, or it might be 12. I am hoping to colour a page in this for the autumn season this year, maybe for October. Really like that one, the Raking the Leaves. And then we move into winter. So that is Colouring Book for a Bright Day Together by Stella Park. A new book to me, this is Waltzes for the Seasons postcard book by Kanoko Igusa. And this has an autumn section. Where does it start though? That's the question. Might start here with these mice, but it definitely starts here. We've got a nice Halloween pumpkin, some rabbits, a mouse and a rabbit, and a duck being chased by a ghost. Got this sweet girl collecting berries and some animals in a hot air balloon. This would be nice to do autumn coloured trees, although they look like evergreen trees, so maybe not. Nice squirrels and mushrooms and an owl. And then a really fun full page with this sort of Halloween street. And I'm not sure if this is in the autumn or winter section, but I'll show it because this definitely moves into winter. That's Waltzes for the Seasons by Kanoko Igusa. Then we have Wild Mouse Yururi's Journey Sketchbook by Mikiko Inotome. Another one with a specific autumn section. It starts here with the autumn season title page. I'd like to get that one done for this year, as I have done the summer one this year and I did the spring one last year. I'd like to colour it in a similar style. So it'd be good to get that one done. And this opposite page is adorable as well. I love this double page spread, but I don't think I'll have the time for it this year. Loads of opportunities to colour changing colours of leaves, some pumpkins, more pumpkins, and these cute little interior bakery shots, making some sort of pumpkin soup or pumpkin bread, pumpkin flavoured something here. And then a couple of Halloween pages before the winter season section. So that's Wild Mouse Yururi by Mikiko Inotome. And the second book by Mikiko is Seasonal Wreaths of Plants and Friends. I will flip to the autumn section. Another book I'd like to colour in this season. I love all of these autumn pages. They are absolutely adorable. And there's even a couple of more Halloween-y themed ones. And then we move into the winter section. The only thing I don't like about this book is that it's quite thin. I wish there were more pages because I love all of them. Another new book to me, we have Naoko Neko's Story of Precious Cats. Another one that is got a specific section for autumn. The title page here. This lovely forest scene with the cats there. Alice in Wonderland inspired one. Love this page. I think I want to colour that this year. Got some Halloween-y themed ones. Some more Alice in Wonderland. A full double page Alice in Wonderland spread. That looks like it would take a while, but would be gorgeous coloured in. And the portrait gallery. Before moving into the winter section in Story of Precious Cats by Naoko Neko. Then we've got the Desert Fox Warm Four Seasons book, and as suggested by the title, it's separated into the 4 seasons. I really love this pattern page. It'd be nice to have this as like a wallpaper for your phone background. But we've got some adorable little autumn scenes in this book. I love all the orange tones used in the coloured version. I'm not sure if I would want to colour it exactly, trying to match it, because they use quite muted colours and I struggle to colour with muted colours. I like to make it nice and bright. This one's gorgeous, that background. Yeah, lots of fun autumn pages in here. Really enjoy that one, the tree house, and even a bonfire night one. And then we move into the winter section. That's the Warm Four Seasons colouring book by Tsugumi. And the final seasons colouring book I have, aptly, is Seasons by Hannah Carlson. And the way she separates the seasonal sections is by these potions, which mark the start of each season. So we've got the Autumn Winds potion here. I was going to colour it last year and never got around to it, but love that page. We've got some lovely autumn ladies. Some fun double page spreads. Smaller floral motifs. In each of the seasonal sections she's got this little items page. The foxes are super cute. And we've got, I really like this one with the acorns and the leaves. It'd be fun to colour that, sort of changing from green into orange. Some more Halloween-y kind of pages. And then the last page before we move into the winter section. So that is Seasons by Hannah Carlson. Then we move into all the books I found in my collection that contain autumn themed pages. There is too many for me to bring into the camera shot here, so I've just got them stacked on by the side of me. And we are starting with Mini Mania Volume 1. This is by Gabby Wolf, and if you didn't know already, I do this as a full book colour along over on Instagram, where I pick a page each month, and I think you'll find that one of these pages that I flagged will be the page for October. So we've got this fun mushroom house. I always find mushrooms are associated with autumn. This one, which I absolutely adore, the bear pulling the fox in this autumnal forest scene. Definitely see this with autumn colours for the trees. This little tree stump house with loads of mushrooms and buildings coming out of it. And these crates stacked with mushrooms and leaves and bunnies hanging out surrounding it. That is Mini Mania Volume 1. And then I also found some in Mini Mania Volume 2. We have this Autumn Picnic. Lots of mushrooms and acorns in the trees. I associate acorns and oak leaves with autumn. This really fun autumn falling leaves scene with the 2 bunnies in the centre. Love that page. This autumnal witch hat house with a few chickens outside. And this mushroom house, but I picture this with an autumnal colour palette personally. There are definitely more in the Minimania books that you can flag with mushrooms and whatnot, but depending on the scene, I don't necessarily class it as autumn. That is all the pages from Minimania Volume 2. Then I have the Green Witches colouring book. This is illustrated by Sarah Richard. We have this page with the lovely pumpkin in the middle. You will find a lot of pumpkins in my autumnal pages that I flagged. We've got this sort of basket of vegetables, sort of an autumn harvest type scene. I've missed one back here. Aha, the Welcome Autumn page. Obviously this is an autumn themed one. I'm not sure how I'd want to colour this. The background, maybe it would be fun to do like oranges and yellows in the background, like a wash of colour, not sure. This mushroom page I thought looked quite autumnal, and this autumnal looking forest with the mushrooms and the trees with the leaves falling down, I thought was perfect for autumn. That's the Green Witches colouring book by Sarah Richard. I found a few in the mythographic books. First up, Voyage. There is a very autumnal looking one. This girl hanging out in the tree with her cat. Whoops. With her cat and a bunch of pumpkins. I know a lot of people coloured this one last year. I don't think I had this last autumn. I think this was one of the main reasons why I got this book, because I love this page so much. So that's Mythographic Voyage by Joseph Kattenbang. And then Mythographic Menagerie. I found a few in this one. This owl covered in mushrooms and branches sticking out of him. Kind of a fantasy inspired one. These two hedgehogs chilling in the water with a bunch of leaves. And this sloth with mushrooms and also a space background. Works for autumn and space timber. That's Mythographic Menagerie by Fabiana Attanasio. Then Melpomene Chattopadhyay. I found autumn pages in all three of her books. First one is Circle of Life. We've got these two here. The two squirrels holding an acorn and this large acorn with a scene in the middle. I've seen lots of beautiful renditions of these pages. We've got these two, some autumn harvest with rabbits or hares around the outside and this lovely hedgehog getting ready for hibernation maybe. One that I started last year and lost inspiration for, this Sleeping Fox. You can see I started colouring some leaves with an autumnal orange there. And then I thought that these two owls were quite autumn looking. You could definitely see it in reds and oranges. So that's Circle of Life. And then Nature Mandalas. Found a couple in here. Another autumn harvest type spread. Really like this one. I think this would be really fun to colour. I've already coloured this one. I think I called this the Autumnal Animals mandala when I coloured it. But it's filled with autumnal leaves, squirrels, owls, and acorns and mushrooms. And then I picked out this one with the two deer and the tree in the centre. I just saw this in reds and oranges, so autumnal colours. These are all from Nature Mandalas. And the final Melpomene colouring book, Enchanted Earth. I found quite a few in this one. We've got this pumpkin, which I've already coloured. I had so much fun colouring this last year. Got these mushrooms. The little few ducks down the bottom. This maple leaf with loads of falling leaves around it. This autumnal looking bonfire page. The sleeping fox, a few hedgehogs and rabbits. And a spacey themed background. And then this acorn page with another different scene in the middle. She likes drawing acorns, Melpomene. Oh, I've missed a page. This one, yes. The candles with the maple leaf flames. I've seen this coloured before and it's absolutely stunning coloured in. So those are all the pages from Enchanted Earth and the 3 books by Melpomene Chattopadhyay. Then I have the 3 books by Kanoko Agusa, another artist who likes to include autumn pages in her books. First up, I've got this double page mushroom spread. Love this little hedgehog guy down at the bottom here. This would take a long time to colour, wouldn't it? Lots of little details here, but would look absolutely beautiful. Another busy double page spread with pumpkins and apples and fruit baskets and leaves. We've got these 2 pages here, the autumn clock and a couple of raccoons playing drums with leaves in the background. I love this just sort of swirly design with the deers and loads of acorns and leaves. This would be beautiful coloured in. And that's all the autumnal pages I found in Garden of Fairy Tale Animals, or Rhapsody in the Forest by Kanoko Agusa. A few more in Kingdom of Curious Creatures, also known as Menuet de Bonheur, depending on which version you have. I thought that this page here with the blacked out background, some sleeping little squirrels, look at that one up there, and some sort of blackberries and acorns. I see this as autumn. We've got this mice and mushrooms page. I'm actually colouring this as a buddy colour for September. I've yet to start it because I want it to look very autumn, and I'm just picking what colour palette I want to use, but once I've got the colour palette sorted it shouldn't be too long to finish. This page in the brambles, although it's got strawberries in it, I've seen this done in an autumn colour palette, and I don't know, I feel like once you've seen one page in a certain way you interpret it in a certain vision, and I definitely see it with autumn colours. But yeah, the strawberries throw you off a little bit. Now there's no mistaking that this one's an autumnal page with the sleeping foxes and autumn leaves around the background. So those are all the autumn pages in Kingdom of Curious Creatures. And the final book I have by Kanoko Agusa, Symphony of Cute Animals. We have this deer and mushrooms page, similar sort of design to the mice and mushrooms in the previous book. We have these 2 pages here. We've got the kitties in the pumpkin and this mice, chipmunk, rodent creating potions with pumpkins down the bottom. I've actually got this planned as a buddy colour for September/October, so I'm looking forward to colouring that one this year. And then we've got these 2 pages here. I see this as an autumn picnic. And we've got the autumnal animals surrounding this little teepee here with some mushrooms and leaves and acorns. Another beautiful autumnal page to colour. So those are all the Kanoko Egusa pages I found, and that is Symphony of Cute Animals. And then I've got some books by Eerie. I've got them in reverse order here, but that doesn't matter. Romantic Country, The Third Tale. I thought that this one with the vegetable cart looked quite autumnal, as you often have the autumn as harvest time for farmers. Both of these pages I thought looked quite autumnal, with these pumpkins. One's even been turned into a jack-o'-lantern here, and vegetables at a market, and them crushing grapes here. And then we have this deer having a picnic, and I just picture this with autumnal colours as well, but could be coloured for any season, I suppose, but I thought it was a nice one for autumn. That's Romantic Country, The Third Tale by Eerie. Then the second tale, Romantic Country. I picked out this page, another one which I've seen coloured with an autumnal palette, and now that's all I can imagine with these two deers. And those are actually all the autumnal pages I found in this book. The rest are more Halloween themed, so you will be seeing that. Spoiler, I'm going to be doing a Halloween pages video later on this month. That's Romantic Country, The Second Tale. And the first Romantic Country book by Eerie, I found this one with the... No, why did I tag this one? This one isn't giving me autumnal vibes, and this one's more Halloween-y rather than autumnal. I'm not sure. But there were definitely a couple in here. Yeah, this one I see as autumnal with the cart of vegetables, and this one as well with the pumpkins down here. So those are a couple of autumn pages from Romantic Country by Eerie. I think there's a few more in here which you could colour in autumn colours, but doesn't necessarily scream autumn to me in this book. Okay, next up we've got another new book to me. This is Apol's Forest Girl colouring book, and there are a few autumn themed pages here. We had this girl walking with the umbrella in the rain with all these autumn leaves at the bottom. I see this book as need to invest in some watercolours to do these gorgeous looking backgrounds. We've got this scene here with someone holding up their hands and this tiny little girl standing in them with a bunch of leaves falling in the background. And the last one, I just thought this was quite autumnal, sitting with a jumper and a cup of tea, a little squirrel on your head. That is Forest Girls colouring book by Apol. Then I have the Rabbits Fairy Tale Fantasy Picture Book by Gotoli. And there is this gorgeous double page spread of this autumnal tree house. We've got some mushrooms and acorns on the other side. One of my favourite pages from this book. That's the Rabbits, or the bunny, Japanese bunny book as people like to call it. I've got Daydreams by Hannah Carlson. There's quite a few autumnal themed pages in here. Got this girl on the throne with a bunch of mushrooms in the background. We've got these few mushrooms here. I've got a lot of transfer from the other page on this that I'd need to clean up before tackling it. We've got this very regal looking hare sitting on a mushroom. I see this in a lot of oranges. These two pages here, we've got the squirrel in this frame and some gem acorns. Ooh, missing one. this double page spread of this lady with a bunch of mushrooms growing out of her hair. And then the sleeping fox. Love that page. And this owl at the back, which I started last year as a buddy colour, and I lost inspiration. I've still got all the pencils saved for it in a pencil case somewhere, but it would be good to get back to that this year. That is Daydreams by Hannah Carlson. Then I have Spirit Animals by Hannah Carlson. I found more in here than I thought I was going to. We've got this girl with the fox and a bunch of mushrooms. The owl girl. And again, mushrooms. And this girl with some kind of cat here. And once again, mushrooms. Hannah does love her mushrooms in these. Oh look, more mushrooms. I love Hannah Carlson's mushrooms. They are so fun to colour. You can colour them whatever colour you like and they always turn out great. But we got this double page spread of two girls and some chipmunks, rice, what? Rats or mice? I'm not sure which. That is Spirit Animals by Hannah Carlson. And then Tales from the Forest Kingdom by Hannah Carlson. I feel like this whole book is kind of autumnal themed, but I flagged a few that specifically spoke to me. Got this gal here with the autumn leaves surrounding her. And even this mouse sleeping next to the mushroom could be autumnal. This one definitely gives me the autumnal vibes with all the acorns and mushrooms and berries. I thought these hanging leaves would be lovely with some autumnal colours. This girl here with the acorns and oak leaves in her hair. And then I have this deer with mushrooms growing out of its bum, as you do. And next to it is a whip that I started last year and never came back to finishing. But I was trying to play with the reflections of light on this page specifically. I like how it looks, and it'll be interesting to finish it off. That is Tales from the Forest Kingdom by Hannah Carlson. I found some in Botanicum. I thought I would find more in this book, but it was actually more Halloweeny pages than autumn. We've got the Pumpkin House, which I coloured last year. Love that page. We've got these two little foxes here, and what I could see as some autumnal trees in the background. This mushroom and acorn house with some floating oak leaves and a tiny little girl on top of it, and even a little gnome down here. That's Botanicum. And then Maria Troll's Universe. This is her compilation book. So there are some pages I flagged here that are from other books. We have these two. This one's from Twilight Garden, The Squirrel and the Hanging Basket. And this one is from Flora, The Oak Tree House. And we have both of these pages. One from Moon Valley here, the sort of deer girl. And Nightfall is this one with the girl holding the squirrel. I think this looks like an autumn themed treehouse. This is from Vivi is Looking for a Friend, or I believe it's also called Dreamreese. And this cute little mama mouse holding her babies with some flowers. This is from Twilight Garden. These are all I found from Maria Troll's universe. Okay, next I've got Camellia Angelcova's 50 Farmers Miniatures. There's a lot of autumn themed pages in this book. We got this pig holding some vegetables, including a pumpkin. And then this donkey being enticed to pull this cart along by this hanging carrot. This autumnal looking garden ready to be harvested. Another autumnal garden, or I could probably consider it more of a farm than a garden in here. And this scarecrow with some birds pecking away at him, clearly not being scary enough. She draws things too cute for them to be scary. That is 50 Farmers Miniatures by Camellia Angelcova. Then 50 Woodland Miniatures. I flagged this one. The Flying Squirrels. Imagine these leaves in autumnal colours. This, I want to say it's a fox sweeping up the leaves in the forest. There's a lot of more pages in here that you could class as autumn, but I just picked ones that really jumped out at me. This autumn looking well with the little chipmunk. Is it a beaver with that tail? Not sure. And the two owls reading a book with the mushroom light and some leaves surrounding it. Super adorable in 50 Woodland Miniatures by Camellia Angelcova. Next up, I've got some books by Stratton Peterson, another artist that likes to colour, or not colour, create autumn pages for us to colour. We have this gorgeous fox here. I haven't coloured in this book in ages. This would be the perfect one to get me back into it. Look absolutely stunning coloured in. Yeah, that was the only one I flagged from this one. Then I have Nature's Magic. We have the Acorn Amulet, this giant oak tree. I like how the background's blacked out, make it nice and easy to colour. Don't know why, but I love colouring trees. A myriad of mushrooms. This would take a little while to colour. There's a lot of little mushrooms on this page. And quite possibly my favourite page from the book, Blackberry Bramble, with all of these little mice hiding in the blackberry bush. I've wanted to colour this as soon as I got the book, but I just haven't got around to it yet. That is Nature's Magic by Stratton Peterson. And the final of their books is Lunar Colouring. This is the only one I've yet to colour in so far. We've got the swooping owls here. I'm not sure why I associate owls with autumn, but I do. And then we have the Autumn Harvest, a very classic autumn page. That looks like it would be a lot of fun to colour. Love colouring pumpkins, I love colouring fruits and vegetables. There's not much thought that would need to go into this page, as the colours are already semi-decided for you before you start. That is Lunar Colouring by Stratton Peterson. Then I've got Crystal Colouring. This is by Kate O'Hara. We have the Black Tourmaline page with this gorgeous looking cat in the centre. I think I would probably colour it orange to go with orange, darker orange leaves and the acorns. I think that's my favourite thing about autumn pages. I can just see how I want to colour them straight away. We have Scholasite, this owl with a little mouse down here and a little hedgehog, some acorns, mushrooms. Hang on, there's no acorns. I'm just seeing things, just mushrooms and snail. And then we have the red phantom quartz. Not sure what animal's hiding in here. Could be some sort of like bobcat or something like that. But we have these crystal mushrooms, which I thought gave it that autumnal vibe. That is Crystal Colouring by Kate O'Hara. Then Johanna Basford, Small Victories. She doesn't tend to create many seasonal colouring pages, but in this one there are a few specific autumn ones in my opinion. I'd love it if she did a seasons colouring book. I think it would look wonderful in her style, especially this sort of smaller format. I think would be amazing to see. So we've got these 2 pages here, this autumn looking mandala, and these 4 little victories here, the fox, the rabbit, and some foliage. I thought these little animals, a few of them are what I would associate as autumnal animals, like the frog, the squirrel, and the hedgehog, and the owl. And you could probably do the opposite page in a similar autumnal colour scheme, which would be lovely. And then she has these seasonal wreaths towards the back of the book, and this one is the autumn one. Haven't coloured any of them so far, but definitely something I'd like to do. That is Small Victories by Johanna Basford. Then I've got Colouring Heaven Pocket Edition Happy Moments. These are designs by Paper Panda. I don't see enough love for this book online. I think we need to give it some more love. And there are some absolutely gorgeous autumn pages, like this one. Love the little things. This little mouse sitting on a what looks to be a rotting apple actually, and this wreath of autumn leaves. We've got this landscape one, Time for Tea. Looks to be in some autumnal forest. That's a huge hedgehog compared to the rabbit. And then this one, Fall is Proof That Change is Beautiful, with these 2 mice and the autumn leaves surrounding them. There's a cute little fox and the bird saying love you. And then this simple fall page with a squirrel and a little wreath surrounding it. As I said, this book doesn't get enough love. I'd like to get one coloured for the autumn season in here. That's Happy Moments Colouring Heaven Pocket. Another Colouring Heaven Pocket edition, Magic Jars. I found a few autumn themed ones in here. This fox sitting on top of a pumpkin. Absolutely adorable. We have the gnomes and the mushroom house. And then this deer in the mushroom forest. I could see this with autumn coloured trees in the background. That's Colouring Heaven Pocket Magic Jars. Then I've got A Million Magical Creatures by Lulu Mayo. This was the only of Lulu Mayo's books that I thought had specifically autumnal themed pages in it. Compared to the other ones, we've got this gnome and little creature sitting on top of a mushroom here. Seen that coloured so many times, and every time I see it coloured it looks beautiful. We've got these gnomes dancing on some mushrooms. I've seen this coloured in like a red monochromatic colour scheme and it's amazing. And then we have these 2 pages here with the foxes on them. I am planning to colour this page, hoping that it will be a nice quick one, especially if I find a colour cube palette that works for this page. In fact, I'm going to stick a flag back in here to remind me. That's A Million Magical Creatures by Lulu Mayo. Then I have Witches Around by Usiku. There are a few autumnal themed ones in here. One I have already coloured. It's this Scarecrow page. We've got the two witches sitting down enjoying a nice cup of hot tea after they have spent the day picking the mushrooms. I thought that this looked quite autumnal, the witches brewing a potion. We have the Pumpkin Cafe. Definitely see a lot of oranges on that page. And then we have this Pumpkin Harvest page, which I started last year, based it with alcohol markers and never finished it. So I really want to finish this year. That is Witches Around by Usiku. Then I have Lonely Pumpkin Had a Great Fall. This is a compilation book of Lonely Pumpkin 1, 2 and 3 by Usiku. And I didn't flag any pages here because there are so many that are autumnal themed with the pumpkin theme that I thought there was no point tagging them. But I didn't include this in the section of just autumn books because there are some other seasons represented in here. I've actually got an idea to do this as a series in October where maybe every other day I colour a page from here. Maybe I could call it the 12 Pumpkins of October and create some sort of series similar to like a 12 Days of Christmas countdown, but for Halloween season. Thought these are nice and simple. Wouldn't be too hard of a commitment to colour a few pages in here for the October month. So that's Lonely Pumpkin Had a Great Fall by Usiku. Next, I've got my Tiny Forest colouring book by Nina Stajner. I found tons of autumn pages in here. We've got this one with the hedgehogs in the teepee and some leaves falling. Lots of leaves falling in this book, which made me tag them. These cute critters in the tree house, again surrounded by some leaves falling. You've even got a basket of acorns down there. We have the critters playing hide and seek. I love this raccoon hiding within the log. I wonder who would win. We have the squirrel and mouse doing some painting in the forest. We have a bear on a swing with leaves falling around them, even some acorns falling down. They are playing some music. We have them surrounding some mushrooms, hiding from the rain underneath. And this absolutely adorable sleeping page. It's been a long day. You've got to have a little snooze, all bundled up together. That's my Tiny Forest colouring book by Nina Stajner. Last couple of books. We have Fuzzy Friends. This is by Vivi Tinter. Sorry, just had to remind myself who it was by. We've got these two guys picking mushrooms in the forest. We have a fox enjoying an autumnal drink, sitting on the roof watching stars. and harvesting some pumpkins in the field. Really like that page. That's Fuzzy Friends by Vivi Tinter. And another Vivi Tinter book, Fuzzy Huga. Quite a few autumn themed ones in here. We've got what looks to be a Thanksgiving kind of meal. I've started this one. I've done a basing with, well, I say basing. I've done the first layer of alcohol markers. I need to do some symbol shading and find a good brown to colour the cat and bear here. We've got the, oh, all my flags are falling down now. We've got this autumn looking cafe, them sort of bundled up in hats and scarves and the like. This autumn candle making. There's a few little pumpkins down here. Maybe they're getting their decorations out ready for autumn. And then a fun autumn camping scene. We've got some guys purchasing some flowers with the leaves falling in the background. And a guy having a drink sat on a bench with the leaves falling around him. So there we have it. Those are all of the books that I found that have autumn pages in them, whether it be an autumn themed colouring book, a seasons colouring book, or just a general colouring book that has autumnal theme pages within it. Let me know in the comments below, are you excited to colour this autumn season? What are your plans? What would you like to see me colour? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone!